So lately, I've been wanting to take some photos of some new and fresh faces. And one day while I was mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, it hit me. If I wanted new and fresh faces to photograph, I'd have to make some flyers and hang them up around the city. So that's what I did. And for whatever reason, I did this while it was raining outside. Honestly, don't know what I'm thinking. And I also don't know where I got this staple gun from or why I have it, but here it is, coming in handy. But now that the posters are hung up, all I have to do is wait and see who shows up. I'm excited. And in walked all the new and fresh faces that I was looking for. We had a hooper, I guess, a black man that bowls. Shout out to that king. A light-skinned motherfucker. And while I was taking these photos, I realized this wasn't going to be as easy as I thought.
I can smoke.
No.
Hold on.
If she doesn't pick an angle and stick with it, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Hold on.
But at this point, they're already here, so let's just give it a go. Alright, cool. So how is everybody out there doing today? It is, of course, your boy, Volandis. And I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about something that doesn't usually get talked about a lot in this space or just in general. And that's probably because it's not a fancy lens or a fancy camera or some type of gear that most people that watch videos on YouTube usually care about. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about editing. Now, editing is one of my favorite things when it comes to filmmaking and the final product of any of these videos or any of my videos that I've ever made. Editing to me is so important, and even before I start doing a video, I'm thinking about how I'm going to edit it. But I get it, editing can be exhausting, it can be overwhelming, it can be frustrating, annoying, all of those things. And trust and believe, even when I edit what should be a simple video, I can sometimes get frustrated, annoyed, and overwhelmed while editing. But I think that everybody watching this video, we can all agree that we've seen at least one or two videos, movies, short films, whatever the case may be, and we had to stop and appreciate the editing that went into it. Or you can stop and appreciate how you feel because of the editing. The final product and feeling and emotion and everything that someone's going to take from a film or a movie or a video comes down to the editing. And like I said earlier, even before I start making these videos, I'm thinking about the editing process, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to edit this video to convey or put across what I'm trying to get my viewers to feel and to see, and what I want them to essentially feel while watching that video. If anybody has seen The Bear, I think if you've seen it, we can all agree that that's probably some of the most top-notch editing I've ever seen in a TV show ever. But something I've noticed that The Bear uses is a lot of fast cuts and a lot of fast-paced kind of editing to kind of convey chaos and kind of anxiety, and it feels like all of those things while watching it because of how it's edited. So when I was just in New York, I went and seen a movie called Audition, and that's kind of where I got the inspiration for the beginning of this video. And in that movie, it's a scene of them having an audition, and it's really just two camera angles going back and forth, and it's cut in a way and edited in a way that is super interesting and super engaging, and just probably one of the best scenes that I've seen in movies ever. Probably one of my favorite scenes that I've seen this year and just ever in life. And I bring that up because a lot of times people get overwhelmed with editing because they feel like they need to do all these extra things to engage the audience and do all these effects maybe, or slow-mos and all this extra stuff that people may think needs to go into editing, but essentially it just does not. But don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of all type of editing and editing processes and editing styles. I've shot music videos where I've threw in some effects and light leaks and film burns and slow mo's to fast and all that type of stuff. And I've also done things that was just straight cut and no extra editing, just straight cuts and straight to the point. I've also done some fast-paced editing and some slow-paced editing. I've done very, very slow editing where I've tried to make people feel kind of emotional and sad. I've done very fast-paced editing to kind of create chaos and anxiety. I've done a little bit of quite literally everything, and I've tried to do a lot of everything. And a lot of people have different editing styles, and a lot of people have different things that they want to see within their videos. And again, if you really think about it, you can go out and shoot as many cool things as you possibly can. You can do all the stuff that you're supposed to do with compositions and lighting and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if you throw together a wonky edit, it could make sense and it may be good for what you're trying to do. But if the edit is off and the flow of the video doesn't make sense, then it's almost like you shot all of that cool stuff and did all the right things for no reason. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like a professional editor. There's people out there who are extremely talented when it comes to editing, way better than I am when it comes to editing. I don't even think I'm a great editor. I do try to at least put a little time and effort into editing these videos. That's why sometimes I say these videos take 2 weeks to make, even though they may not seem like they're anything special or anything extravagant, but I do take a lot of time and effort into every aspect of my video, not just the editing. But when it comes down to the editing, I will sit for a couple days and edit some of these videos, even if it doesn't seem or look like it. But while we're at it, let's talk about the editing in this video and the things that I've shot and shown in this video. One of the coolest things about editing, in my opinion, is that you can take the footage that you already have and the footage that you've shot, and you can edit it in multiple ways to create multiple different type of feelings. For example, with the audition video that I shot earlier, if I take some of those clips and I slow them down and let them breathe for a little bit, it kind of creates a different vibe than when I cut them all fast-paced together.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Race and go. I need a bag and I need it to.
And then also top that with some music choice and some sound design elements, and you got two totally different videos of the exact same footage. And also another cool thing about editing is that when people watch it, they can feel however they want to feel and take away whatever they want to take away from it. While watching the slowed down version and kind of the longer lengthy version of that video, it kind of almost feels sentimental and kind of like these people have a story to tell just by looking at their eyes and the emotions on their face and the little details that kind of, you know, represent these people as who they are. And then when you speed it up and use it in a way that I used it for what I was trying to do, it kind of gives it a quirky, kind of fun, exciting kind of element to this video. So me personally, I'm a fan of just straightforward, straight cuts and just regular editing. I don't really need or like any, you know, fancy transitions, even though that those things are cool and I do appreciate all of that stuff. But for me personally, the movies that I make and the films that I make, I like straightforward and straight cuts and just straight to the point editing. I feel like it doesn't take anything away when you're trying to convey a story or try to tell a story. I feel like the best way for me to tell a story is to just use straight cuts and to use other elements within editing to tell that story, like sound design, music choice, lighting, compositions, and how long you may hold a shot versus how short a shot may be. But on the contrary, I do like fast-paced editing, and I do like to use that in some instances, especially when certain things may not be may not be the best. Maybe the lighting may not be the best, maybe this composition may not be the best, but it's the only one and it's gonna work for what I'm trying to do, even if the shot's only gonna be in there for a second, maybe 2 seconds. Let's take a look at this video that I made of me making breakfast at home. If you look at that video, there are some interesting editing elements and editing choices that I took within this video. I kind of wanted this to be both fast-paced and chill at the same time. Fast-paced to kind of hide my mistakes, like me not knowing how to cut vegetables the correct way, and since we're making food, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of that, the bear element within some of the editing. But then at the same time, cooking is very peaceful to me. It's something that I do to kind of, unwind and be at peace. I listen to music. I feel I like cooking, and I like for that to be kind of a peaceful thing. So I kind of wanted to also convey that within this video as well. So sometimes I like to choose multiple editing styles in one video. I kind of just wanted to make a video on why editing was one of my favorite things to do and favorite things to work on when making these videos. But anyway, yeah, that's probably going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and great holiday. I know I haven't been making a bunch of videos. I kind of just decided to just leave all the pressure off, like get all the pressure off and just relax and make videos. Since it's the end of the year, just make a couple videos before the end of the year and just call it a day, not to really stress too much about it and all the other stuff that comes along with making these videos. But I'm glad that you guys are still here, still viewing the videos and showing the support. But with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, I'm not talking to you because you already did what you had to do. So yeah, man, with that being said, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I know you're watching this after Christmas, but Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that stuff, man. Love y'all. See y'all in the new year. But anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna go do some shit, man. You know the vibes. Let's get it.